Hello everyone, my name is Kumudini and today I am going to share how to make online learning fun with Raptivity in this pandemic situation. As we all know, COVID-19 has disrupted the entire learning ecosystem. Teachers, professors, and trainers across the globe have had to resort to virtual teaching in a short period of time. A lot of these people taught online, perhaps for the very first time in their lives, and were daunted with the whole setup. On top of that, they also had to look for ways to engage learners effectively, which generally is a challenge with any kind of virtual learning setup. And now, let us see what Raptivity for Virtual Classroom is. Raptivity for Virtual Classroom is a variant of Raptivity Interactive Builder that is made for instructors, teachers, and professors. From colleges to corporates, instructors can now easily incorporate engaging activities into their online classes. The activities created using Raptivity can be used with any video-based learning or meeting platforms like Zoom, Microsoft Teams, WebEx, etc. Raptivity for Virtual Classroom had become an instant hit with many teachers after it was launched a few months back. Initially, there were 7 interactivities offered with the promise to add more. Keeping up on our promise, we have added 3 brand new learning activities to Raptivity for Virtual Classroom in the last week. And they are Parking Lot, Roulette Game, and Flip Cards. We have developed these activities for increasing engagement in virtual group discussions and conducting rapid Q&A sessions. Flip cards among these activities can be used for self-assessment. Now, let's explore these activities one by one, starting with Parking Lot. Generally, in online meeting tools that are used for conducting virtual classes, there is no easy way for a teacher to segregate questions from generic chat and comments that go on during the session. At times, it also becomes hard for the teacher to focus when session is being continually disrupted by questions. Parking Lot is aimed at solving this challenge. It enables the teacher to see questions from students on the topic being taught via a separate link that is generated through this activity. All questions are parked in the form of cars until the teacher decides to bring them up at a logical point in the session and answer them. And then either the teacher herself can answer the questions or ask someone in the class to answer. This activity also lets you identify similar questions through its inbuilt AI logic and answer them all together. Once the teacher answers any question, that car drives out of the parking lot. Now let's see how it works in real time. Let me quickly switch to my screen, and here I am in my account and I can see a parking lot activity which is present. I will select this particular activity and try to show you how easily one can customize this particular activity. Now here you see there were some basic instructions which were present, and here I can add some questions. I have some predefined questions with me. Let me pick them up and I will simply paste it. I can make it bold. I can do different formatting related changes. Oops. Okay. And I can increase the pixel size as well. So here we go. I have added my first question. Now I will add another question. Here we go. So I will change this setting as well and I will make it bold. So this way you can keep on adding different questions. And once done, You can either preview it to get a quick sense of how it looks and then save it. So for the demonstration purpose, I have already created an activity, parking lot activity. Here it is. And let me start this. So now it says, please click on stop accepting questions to start the activity. I will click on this. And we see that there are around 20 parking slots available. That means at a time, at max 20 questions can be taken together. So let me click on one of the car. I have clicked on it, and here we see the first question. What is the role of meal times for developmental processes in early childhood development? So whenever the teacher answers this question, she can mark it as answered. And when that is done, you see that the car has moved out of the parking slot. Now let me show you with one more quick example. I have clicked on car number 5. That means question number 5 that I have picked up. What qualifies as challenging behavior in your young kids? I see that teacher has answered it. I am clicking on mark as answered, and now we see that the car has gone. So this was parking lot interaction. Let us move on to our presentation, and now we will see our next interactivity or the activity. So now here we will talk about Roulette. Roulette, this is a game-based activity inspired from the concept of a casino roulette. The overall idea is to have learners participate actively in the virtual classroom setup. Teachers can use this activity for a quick knowledge check with students or a recap. You need to have some questions that you want learners to answer. The roulette comes with different categories that the teacher can label as per their choice, as student groups or individual students. Once the question comes on screen and the teacher presses the hit button, the roulette pointer stops on a random category and learners in that category need to answer the question. All the learners are excited and equally attentive as they anticipate what question comes next and who will get to answer it. With that, let me again switch back to my screen and show you how this roulette game works. So I have selected the roulette activity, and again we will quickly see how easily we can customize it. So here I can add a topic for my roulette game, and when I move on, I can add different questions over here. Okay, so I have some questions already picked up. Let me quickly take it. I have pasted it, and I'm moving on to the next question set. I'll just, for the demonstration purpose, let me add 2 questions for now. Okay. So here I have added 2 questions, and the important setting over here is you can change the background, etc. Either you can keep it image or you can just have a color. Another important setting over here is to select how many roulette you want in this section. So for example, I can have 3, 4, 5, whatever, and I can name them as well. So like student group 1, student group 2, that ways, and I click on apply. So this is how it works. These are basic settings that you can do. And I have something pre-recorded for the demo purpose, and I will show you. Now here we go. I click on start, and as a teacher, I click on this hit button. So when I do that, the ball is moving, and it has stopped on Wildcat. And this particular question is for Wildcat student group, who is considered to be the grandfather of the Renaissance. As soon as the student answers it, I will, as a teacher, can mark it as correct or incorrect. So I keep on doing this. I play it again. And let's see who comes next. Okay, the warrior. Who is the author of the storybook Alice's Adventure in Wonderland? Okay, the student has answered it correct and I am done. I will mark it as end activity, and here you get to see uh, the category, student category wise, how many questions were given and whether they were right or wrong. So this is sort of a result that you get. Now let's move on to our presentation and quickly check our next game, which is a flip card. So flip cards are a great activity to post formative assessments. They can be used for revisions of course material or a quick knowledge check. They can also be a great aid if a teacher wants to set up a rapid fire in the online class. A teacher can use flip cards to turn an otherwise boring question answer session into something fun. Make use of vibrant colors, lively images, and bring it all alive. Flip cards can also be a great aid for cold calling. Pull up a flip card with a question on screen and call on a specific student to answer it, regardless of whether they have raised their hands to answer it or not. A good way to engage everyone. Now here we'll again move on to see how easily flip card can be used. I have selected the activity, and this is a very simple one. You have to add a question on one side of the card. I am selecting one question. I have pasted it over here. I can again, like I have shown you, we can do different settings. I click on answer and I will copy and paste the answer that I have. Okay, so this way we keep on adding different questions in this set, and like same ways we save it and then preview it. So likewise, I have this particular flip card already created. So let's have a look through it. So it asks square root of 289 is, and when the student answer it, we can flip the card and see the right answer. If it is right, I can mark it like right or wrong and move on to the next question. So similarly, we can move on to all different questions and we see what is our score, like on the top, how many rights and how many wrongs. So these are the 3 interactions that we have recently launched. Let's move on to our presentation again. Hope you have liked all of them till now. Now let's look at 4 simple steps to make your online classes engaging. As I showed you during these examples, using Raptivity is really very simple. All you need to do is to create an account and log into your account. After that, select a template that suits your requirement from the template library. Customize it by adding your own content, which is again, as we have seen, very simple. Once you are done with adding the content, images, etc., you can just preview it a couple of times to make sure that all the right information is present and then publish the activity. Once the activity is published, you can copy its link and share it with your class. It's that easy. Now, Raptivity for Virtual Classroom is available for free for 14 days free trial as well. You can create unlimited activities with your own brandings. You can host these activities and share it with others. You can also get access to Raptivity community where you can post your questions and Raptivity experts would answer them. With that, let me thank everyone. Once again, don't forget to try out these awesome new Raptivity templates. If you need any help, you can write to us at support@raptivity.com or info@raptivity.com. Do try them out. Thank you. Bye for now. Stay safe.